Well, hello and welcome to another video by Financial Ernie. On today's video, I want to talk to you about a company called CleanSpark. It is a Bitcoin mining company. They just put out PR today with some operational results as well as a few other updates within the last week or so. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, let's go ahead and get into today's PR. This is from October 10th, 2024. It says CleanSpark achieves 30 exahashes per second. Now, what exactly is that? Let's go ahead and break down a couple of these definitions for those of you who may not be familiar with Bitcoin mining. We'll go ahead and start with the hash rate. That measures the computational power of a blockchain network, group, or individual. The hash rate is determined by how many guesses are generated per second. The overall hash helps determine the mining difficulty of some blockchain networks. So go ahead and, if you are still wondering what the heck is an exahash, at the very bottom right of the screen, you can see I have that kind of broken out as well. So one exahash is 1 quintillion, that is 10 to the 18th power, hashes per second. So that is a significantly large amount of hash rate speed. And as you can see, it says CleanSpark expects to continue growth to 50 exahashes per second in 2025. So continuing on through today's PR, it says the company's hash rate has surged 200% since October of 2023. So again, 200% within the last year through significant organic growth paired with turnkey acquisitions and execution of a fleet upgrade, improving efficiency during the same period by nearly 20% and boosting the number of operational machines by 112%. So go ahead and break that down a little bit. So not only did they acquire additional locations, mining facilities, but they went ahead and upgraded some of their hardware to get an efficiency boost of about 20%, and they added additional machines to these locations, which again boosted by that 112%. So the efficiency improvement strategy has resulted in increased computing power while consuming less energy and allowing more hash rate to be generated with fewer machines. So this is the kind of information you want to see out of a publicly traded company. They're being, in my opinion, good stewards of that money, that resources, by doing it in this fashion, by trying to increase the efficiency without increasing their footprint. You're going to see a reduced cost of operations. Yes, there may be some power increases as you kind of continue to push the envelope, maybe with some additional hardware upgrades, but there is those efficiencies which do help kind of control how much that power increase actually becomes. And then of course, because you're not having to lease or purchase additional locations, you're able to kind of cut that cost down on cost of operations. So that helps increase revenue while maintaining a very competitive cost of operations. Let's go ahead and continue reading on. The company expects to surpass 37 exahashes per second before the end of 2024 and intends to continue its growth to 50 exahashes per second and beyond in 2025. Where are they going to get that additional exahash rate? That is going to come online due to the expected acquisition of closing of this Grid Infrastructure Inc. This month in October. CleanSpark is one of the largest owned and operated publicly traded Bitcoin miners in North America, and mentions their portfolio there in Georgia, Mississippi, Wyoming, and Tennessee. I'm going to go ahead and share a little bit more about that geographically diverse portfolio that they have in the upcoming slides. Let's go ahead and get a quote here from Zach Bradford. That's the CleanSpark CEO. He says, reaching 30 exahashes per second positions us as one of the largest Bitcoin miners in the world. We have added more operational hash rate than any other miner in 2024. The results we continue to deliver demonstrate our commitment and ability to scale rapidly and with capital efficiency. So he said it a lot more eloquently than I tried to say. But there you have it from the CEO himself. Let's go ahead and continue reading. It says our team's agility, effectiveness, and relentless grit has been paramount to the success of CleanSpark. Our efforts to time the market and lock in industry best pricing on our rigs and sites position us to take advantage of the opportunities in the market. During this period of rapid expansion of our operations, we've also grown our Bitcoin treasury to over 8,049 Bitcoin. Since October 21, we have significantly increased our computing power year over year by quadrupling. That is right, quadrupling in 2022, nearly doubling in 2023, and tripling our hash rate in 2024. So this is from today's PR. I want to go ahead and share some additional operational information that CleanSpark did provide. This is their September update in this next slide. All right, and this was the September update. This was shared this month in October. This is their unaudited mining update. So let's go ahead and break this down a little bit. Bitcoin mined in September at 493. Calendar year 24, they had a total mined of 5,079. Fiscal year just ended for them. Their fiscal year is October 1st through September 30th. And you can see they mined a total of 7,098 Bitcoin. Total Bitcoin, and this was shared in today's PR as well, as of September 30th was 8,049. They sold a total of 2.5 Bitcoin in the month of September. They have a total deployed fleet, so this would be all their hardware they're using in order to be able to do this mining, at 188,520. Their fleet efficiency is sitting at 21.94, and let me make sure I say this correctly. This is joules per terahash. And then they had their month-end operating hash rate at 27.6 exahash per second. And as we know, they just hit 30 exahash per second this month in October. So exactly how are they continuing to build and grow that exahash per second, as well as mine this additional Bitcoin month over month? And that's going to be the additional acquisitions, as well as that hardware addition in the current locations they have. So you can see during September, CleanSpark did energize an additional 15 megawatts in their Dalton, Georgia location. That was an expansion there. And then their Sandersonville, Georgia location, they energized 50 megawatts. That is their final 50 out of the 150 megawatt expansion they had there in Sandersonville. And then in Tennessee, they just acquired 7 Bitcoin mining facilities in certain sections of land near the Knoxville area for a total of 85 megawatts of Bitcoin mining capacity. And this has to do with that grid acquisition that we talked about on that previous slide. And again, this is as of September 30th, 2024. 5 of these sites, which support 65 megawatts, has already closed. The final 2 sites, which are going to add that additional 20 megawatts, are expected to close in the coming days here in October. So again, combined sites totaling 85 megawatts, and then the support of 5 exahash per second. And then going a little bit further, you can see they mentioned they anticipate to complete this acquisition of the grid infrastructure by the end of the month. So that's that final 2 site locations they're talking about. And then in Cheyenne, Wyoming, the company closed on a second site there with some preparations under construction underway there for their first data center. So again, they're starting to add some additional hardware that's going to get them closer to their goal in 2025 of that 50 exahash per second. And then you can see Clinton, Mississippi, a company acquired 2 Bitcoin mining sites near Clinton, which are going to be delivered turnkey, and they're expected to be done this coming December 1st. So again, once they are completed, it's going to house some additional S21 miners, S21 Pro miners, again with a combined operating hash rate at 1 exahash per second at that location. So you can see they've been doing quite a bit of movement, but they've also been very efficient with how they're doing that by upgrading their hardware. And if you listen to a founder, he spoke on a space call not too long ago, and they talked about their strategy about how basically they're able to kind of pull some of these miners, this hardware, this mining hardware out of the rack once it kind of reaches its end of life, and they're able to kind of upgrade to some of that latest hardware, which helps them improve that efficiency and helps build upon that exahash rate that they're trying to get to. So just a quick slide here. As CleanSpark mentioned, they are expanding into multiple states. This is helping them become a little bit more geographically diverse. As you know, there was Hurricane Helene that went through and did make its way through Georgia, Tennessee area. So some of these locations could have been at risk for some severe damages. Luckily, they did report that all of their equipment is functioning as properly. They were able to power down to support the grid there. As other areas were starting to lose power, they put the community first in those specific situations. But again, having the capability to expand to different locations around the country is going to help keep them from any type of natural disaster that may occur, or if there's some better competitive rates in different energy sectors within the country, they're going to be able to take advantage of that, and they can either relocate some of their hardware or strategically invest depending on how those different energy rates come out, quarter over quarter, year over year. And I grabbed a couple of snippets from CleanSpark's latest presentation they had. This is an investor presentation. Just a couple of pictures of some of their different facilities. I'm not going to name them all out here, but these facilities represent locations in Georgia. You can see this grid. I keep calling it grids, GRID. This acquisition there for Tennessee. You can see Mississippi as well. Don't have anything yet for Wyoming, as that is currently under development. And they do have some co-locations, specifically in the state of New York. But according to some of the PR, at the end of the year, they're going to be branching away from that. I thought this was interesting just to kind of share some pictures just to kind of show you what some of these facilities look like, across these different states. All right, and that about wraps up for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving this video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Let me know your thoughts about CleanSpark. As you may know, the stock price has been a little volatile as of lately, but I do think the company, from a fundamental standpoint, they are investing into the future for this Bitcoin mining. So as the Bitcoin value itself begins to rise, so does the value of what this company is doing. So I think over the next couple of months, it's going to be very interesting to see the value of Bitcoin rise as CleanSpark's hash rate continues to rise. So again, thank you all for watching. I hope you did enjoy this. I'll be putting out different content, not just on CleanSpark, but on other companies as well, maybe some trading strategies. But I thought with today's PR of CleanSpark, it was definitely worth putting out a video on them. So hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one.